going.
What's up, everybody? Baratunde here with some semi-random thoughts on Foursquare. I never talk about it too much, but obviously, you know, I'm Mayor of the Year for 2010 Shorty Awards. Love you. We have a love-hate with the Shorties. Anyway, this is not about that. They've been making some changes lately, and I've been talking to the man holding the camera, Craig Cannon, my How to Be Black book campaign manager, about what's happening and why it's important in the Foursquare world. So recently, we've seen a couple changes on Foursquare. I first noticed over the summer, they were proactively alerting you to the fact that you had a shared venue around tips. So you and your friend Jane both have tips at Delicatessen. Then it would tell you both, hey, you both have a shared thing, maybe you should go together. I think they should push it much harder. I think it'd be a good service. So if I could flag all my Foursquare friends for interest in having sex with, for example, and then they could make the same list, and if we overlap and share a tip, then boom, Foursquare is an escort service, and they can make some real money, much bigger than that Bravo deal. So that's one thing. The other is the use of deals and the pushing of these Groupon, Scout Mob type deals into the Foursquare system. I'm so saturated and flooded with emails from all these living social type services, I ignore them all. But getting that deal in the context appropriate place when you're looking for things to do in Foursquare, when you're out and about in the world, that makes sense. It's a more effective inbox than my inbox. And so I got a deal from Miriam, this spot in Brooklyn. It was 50% off for free. And I was like, the language a little weird. I don't know if you get 50% off for free. I don't know what that means. But I hadn't been there in a while. It was a good way to get me back. So then just riffing on this idea of the information that they have, and I'm sure they're thinking about some of this, and people who they're competing with are thinking about it. You know, I travel a ton, as many of you know. Who do I overlap with across multiple cities? Who are my vicinity friends? Who are my geographic friends? I'm someone who's also in New York and Chicago and San Francisco and DC a lot. We probably have a lot of other things in common. I love whiskey, right? Whiskey Friday. So this is Craig's idea when we are, recommend places to me based on my usage pattern when I'm in a different physical context. So it turns out I check into whiskey bars heavily on Fridays because I'm kind of a chief ambassador for the Whiskey Friday movement. So what if when I'm in Chicago, they at noon or 2 p.m. proactively position whiskey bars that my friends check into often or that are popular in Foursquare. The same list generated by the Explore feature is pushed to me because it knows what I do generally in New York, and it helped me feel at home in a new place. So that's just a few thoughts. I think the important underlying message, love Foursquare. I kind of clearly promote them a lot, don't work for them, but I'm proud and happy to see what they're doing with this. But more than that specific company, the idea of pushing the right message to the right people in the right place and time is another thing we're hopefully going to see a lot more of get as a part of our fragmentation and targeting of media and of messaging. So that's a semi-random thought from Baratunde. I hope you guys are having a great day and hope this video wasn't too long. Peace. Oh, also, buy my book, How to Be Black. Pre-order it at howtobeblack.me. Gotta pimp myself, right? A pimp named Baratunde. I'm like Herman Cain. What?